Welcome back to Golden Aging Health. Garlic isn't just a kitchen staple. It's been celebrated for centuries as one of nature's most potent remedies. From supporting heart health to strengthening immunity, this humble bulb has been a trusted ally for longevity and well-being. Recent research shows a startling truth. Over 90% of seniors unknowingly make at least one risky mistake with garlic. These errors aren't minor. They can quietly contribute to internal bleeding, organ stress, or dangerously low blood sugar, often without warning. That's why today's video is essential for anyone over 60 who wants to harness garlic's power safely. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the top 3 garlic mistakes seniors commonly make, and more importantly, I'll show you how to enjoy all its incredible benefits without danger. Before we dive in, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. It's a small step that keeps you and your loved ones updated with practical, doctor-approved nutrition and aging tips. Now, let's get straight to the most important part, a simple error that could turn this powerful superfood from a health booster into a hidden risk.
Mistake number 1. Combining garlic with blood-thinning medications. Many seniors think of garlic as a simple kitchen ingredient, but in reality, it's a potent natural compound that can influence your body in surprising ways. One of its most celebrated effects is its ability to support heart health by improving blood flow and acting as a mild blood thinner. However, for anyone already taking prescription blood-thinning medications like warfarin, aspirin, or clopidogrel, this benefit can unexpectedly turn into a risk that demands careful attention. Meet Harold, a 68-year-old retiree, for example. Harold had always been conscious about his heart health. Every morning, he would prepare a hearty breakfast, sprinkle a generous amount of fresh garlic into his omelet, and add more to his soups and salads throughout the day. He believed this simple habit was his secret weapon against high blood pressure and heart problems. He felt proud of taking control of his health and even recommended the garlic trick to his friends at the community center. Harold was also taking prescribed blood-thinning medication after a minor stroke he had experienced a few years ago. For him, it seemed like the perfect combination: medicine from his doctor plus nature's own remedy. But what he didn't realize was that even small changes in routine could have unintended consequences. One ordinary afternoon, while preparing lunch, Harold was chopping vegetables for his favorite stir-fry. In his usual focused, calm way, he sliced a bell pepper, but his knife slipped slightly, cutting his finger. Normally, it would have been a tiny inconvenience, barely worth a Band-Aid. But this time, the blood just wouldn't stop. 15 minutes passed, and his kitchen counter was slowly becoming a red reminder of how something so minor could escalate. Alarmed, he bandaged the wound, but over the next few hours, dark bruises appeared on his arms and hands, spots he hadn't noticed before. Confused and worried, Harold called his doctor the next day. After reviewing his diet and medication, the doctor explained that the combination of daily raw garlic and his blood-thinning prescription had intensified the effects of both, making his blood clot more slowly than expected. Harold was shocked. Something he considered a harmless, even beneficial habit, adding garlic to every meal, had quietly increased his risk of dangerous bleeding. The lesson was clear. Even natural foods can have strong, sometimes unexpected interactions with medications, especially for seniors. After that experience, Harold learned to approach garlic differently. He continued enjoying it in moderation, incorporated it into cooked dishes instead of raw in excess, and always discussed his habits with his doctor before making changes. This small adjustment allowed him to benefit from garlic without endangering himself. Harold's story is a vivid reminder that awareness and careful planning are key, especially when combining supplements, foods, and medications. When garlic interacts with these medications, its active compounds, especially allicin, can amplify the blood-thinning effect. This may cause your blood to clot more slowly than usual, making even minor cuts or scrapes bleed longer. In more severe cases, it could lead to internal bleeding or unexpected bruising, risks many people don't anticipate. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you must completely avoid garlic. The key is awareness and balance. Consulting with your doctor is essential. Often they may suggest limiting garlic supplements or reducing intake while still enjoying small amounts in your daily meals. The main idea is that even natural foods can have surprisingly strong effects when combined with certain medications. Understanding this interaction allows seniors to continue reaping garlic's heart and immune benefits safely without putting themselves at risk. Remember, one simple oversight could turn a health-boosting food into a source of danger. Your well-being comes first. Share this video with your loved ones so they can avoid this silent risk and enjoy garlic safely.
Mistake number 2. Overloading on raw garlic. Garlic has earned its reputation as a superfood for good reason. Packed with sulfur compounds, antioxidants, and nutrients, it can support heart health, strengthen the immune system, and even help regulate blood sugar levels. But here's a common pitfall many people fall into, assuming that if a little is good, more must be even better. When it comes to raw garlic, that assumption can backfire. Consuming large amounts of raw garlic can quickly overwhelm your digestive system. Its potent compounds may irritate the stomach lining, causing discomfort, bloating, or even diarrhea. Some seniors report a burning sensation in the mouth or throat, while others may experience nausea. For particularly sensitive individuals, too much raw garlic can even trigger headaches, dizziness, or an uneasy feeling throughout the day. There's also another layer of risk that's often overlooked. Garlic naturally thins the blood, which is beneficial in moderation, but excessive intake, especially in raw form, can increase the likelihood of bruising or bleeding. This is especially concerning if you're scheduled for surgery, taking certain medications, or already prone to bleeding issues. So what's the safest approach? Moderation. For most adults over 60, 1 to 2 small cloves of raw garlic per day are sufficient to enjoy its health benefits without triggering side effects. If you're new to eating raw garlic, begin with a small portion and observe how your body responds. You'll quickly learn what amount feels comfortable and effective for you. It's also important to remember that garlic is most effective as part of a balanced, wholesome diet, not as a drastic, all-or-nothing fix. Think of it like a seasoning. Just enough enhances the dish and brings out its full flavor, but overdoing it can ruin the balance and even cause harm. Finally, let's move on to mistake number 3, where the culprit isn't food, but a habit that can subtly undermine your well-being.
Mistake number 3, eating garlic before surgery. Many of us think of garlic as a harmless addition to meals. Sprinkle it on toast, stir it into sauces, or toss it into a salad without a second thought. But if you have surgery on the horizon, garlic isn't quite as innocent as it seems. You see, garlic naturally works to thin the blood, which is part of why it's so celebrated for heart health. That same property, however, can turn risky in a surgical setting. When your blood takes longer to clot, even a tiny incision can lead to unexpected bleeding, making what should be a routine procedure more complicated than necessary. Let me tell you about my friend George, a lively 70-year-old who loves cooking and swears by natural remedies. George had been preparing for a minor heart procedure for weeks, and like many of us, he thought he was doing everything right to stay healthy. He continued his daily habit of adding several cloves of raw garlic to his meals. Garlic in his morning eggs, garlic in his salads, garlic in nearly every dinner dish, because he believed it would protect his heart and keep him strong. On the morning of the surgery, George was calm and confident, chatting with the nurses and joking about how garlic is basically medicine in a bulb. But once the operation began, the surgeons noticed that his blood wasn't clotting as quickly as expected. Small cuts and routine incisions bled more than usual, and the team had to take extra precautions to control it. Thankfully, the surgery went well, but it was longer and slightly more complicated than anticipated. Afterward, George admitted he was surprised. He had never imagined that something as ordinary and seemingly healthy as garlic could affect his surgery. The doctors explained that the compounds in garlic, especially allicin, linger in your system for days, subtly influencing how your blood clots.
They told him that even pausing garlic for a week or 10 days before the procedure could have made everything much smoother and safer. George's story is a perfect example of how good intentions can sometimes backfire. What we eat, even natural foods, can have a serious impact in specific situations, especially for seniors facing medical procedures. By being aware of these hidden risks, we can continue enjoying garlic and its health benefits, but at the right times and in the right amounts. What makes this mistake so sneaky is that most people never consider garlic as a surgical risk. You might think, it's just a vegetable. Surely it can't interfere with my operation? But the truth is that compounds like allicin remain active in your bloodstream for hours, sometimes even days, continuing to influence how your blood clots.
That's why surgeons commonly advise patients to stop consuming garlic at least a week or even 10 days before a planned procedure. Surgery is delicate work, and giving your medical team the best possible conditions is crucial. Skipping garlic during that window is a simple precaution that can make a big difference in avoiding complications. It's a small adjustment for a major benefit, safety and peace of mind on the day of your operation.
Let's take a moment to recap the 3 essential precautions every senior should remember when using garlic for health. Be careful with blood-thinning medications. Moderate your raw garlic intake. Avoid garlic before surgery. These aren't just tips. They're grounded in medical science and real-world experience. Paying attention to these simple steps can protect you from unexpected bleeding, digestive upset, or surgical complications. It's not about avoiding garlic entirely. It's about using it wisely at the right time and in safe amounts. If you found this video useful, hit like, subscribe to Golden Aging Health, and share it with someone you love. One small adjustment in your diet could prevent a major health scare. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Keep enjoying healthy foods safely and wisely.